Okay, hi. Today I want to talk about this book. It's really interesting. It's a really interesting book. It's called Arabic Astrology. This is the Greek edition, and it's by Catherine Aubier. I think it's called. It's read that way. It's French, so I don't know if I'm reading it correct. You can find it in English too, and the cover is with this picture. It's really interesting. I didn't know that there is Arabic astrology actually until I saw this book. I practice and I've read the Western astrology, we all know, and also the Chinese astrology. And there's the Arabic astrology, which is very interesting too. I loved it actually. So what it is, this book tells you all about the astrological signs. They are not astrological, in fact. All about the 12 signs and how they connect with your character, how you can evolve through them, and how each, let's say, sign works well with other signs. It also goes into numerology. The Arabic astrology is really connected with numerology, which I love. And there's also a chapter on geomancy. Well, let me say that I looked this book up on the internet, and I found that it costs around 20 euros. It's almost $20. And I bought this book only for €3.50, €3.50. So yeah, it's amazing, because there's a book fair these days in the city I live in, where you can find books with 50, 70, and 80% discount. So yay! I bought some books. I'm gonna make more videos on those books. Anyway, let me show you the book. There are the index. It's in Greek, so I'm not going to bother you with that. There's beautiful artwork in this book. It's an old book. I think it was written in the 80s, but it's really interesting. Let me say that the Arabic astrology uses weapons for signs. There are weapons, and according to what year, I'm going to just show you some pictures of the book, really beautiful Arabic art. According to what month you were born, you are a different weapon. There's the dates, which are corresponded to the 12 zodiac signs we know. There's Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and so on. And there are the weapons they connect. So, for example, a Virgo is a knife, and let's say where is it? I wanted to show this one. The Pisces are an axe, and so on. And there's also a number, which if you are, so for example, if you are an Aries, you are the number 2, or a Toro, you're number 6, and so on. And you can find, then it shows you how to find your numbers and your weapons. You have to find 4 weapons which describe your life. The first one is this one, according to what month you were born, the weapon of the month you were born. Then you must find the weapon of your family, of your parents, according to what economical status or what job your parents did when you were born. You get a number for this too. There are some for that too. Then you have to find your lucky weapon, and it depends on the city or the village you were born and how many people lived there at the time. And the last number you have to find is by adding the three previous numbers, you get the number of your birth. And then there is a whole chapter on what each weapon means according to what number it is connected to. So if you are, for example, you were born in a city with 1,500,000 people to 5 million people, then you are number 11, which is corresponded to a weapon. And you read what it means. The book describes really good all the weapons, and there are images which show people using those weapons or of the weapons themselves. Really beautiful images with detail of Islamic and Arabic weapons. And it also tells you about how you can evolve in life. So if you were born poor, or your parents were, for example, worked in a fabric, and you try hard, you can become a teacher. So you work some levels up in the weapon category. And it's really interesting reading about them. That's what this chart shows. If you were born this weapon, you can either stay that way or you can become those two weapons. And it also gives information on how well those weapons work together. It is something like, the astrological science, for example. An area works really good with a Leo, and not really good with the Scorpio, for example, or a Cancer. So yeah, it's really interesting about reading those things and learning about the Arabic astrology. And I always felt connected to the Arabian part of the world. I don't know why, I just like it. So anyway, that's the first chapter of the book. Then there's the second chapter, let me go, which is Numerology. And it has to do with how you, it describes you, it describes you as a character according to what number you are. It's basic numerology, information you can find in other numerology books too. And in the third part of the book, let me just skip it, there's beautiful pictures, Arabian pictures. If you love Arabian, the Arabic world, then you will love the pictures in this book. Look how beautiful this is. And in the third part, there's Geomancy, which I have a book. I have also made a video about this book, Reading the Future, where it describes Geomancy. But I had some questions on the topic, the answers for those questions I found in this book. And it's really interesting. I love Geomancy. It grows on me. It shows you how to do it. It's really easy. It's one may think that it's hard when you read it for the first time, but it's really good explained, and it has to do with dots. You draw dots on the sand. They used to draw dots on the sand. Now you can do it on a piece of paper, and then with a special method you get 15 different signs, which are corresponded to the houses of astrology. There's the first house, the second house, and so on. And then you can read on the pages which follow what this sign means on the first when it is in the first house. What this sign means when it is in the second house, and so on. And you get a description on your character, and also it gives you answers on specific questions. So, for example, if you want to find out about a friendship relationship, then you have to analyze the first sign, which is in the first house, which in astrology is you, and the sign which is on the 11th house, which in astrology describes friendships, relationships, and so on. If it is a positive sign, it's positive. If it is a negative sign, it's negative, and you get to know why. It's really good explained in this book. And also then there's the judge, which is the outcome of the question. So, the 11th, the sign in the 11th house shows you the situation right now, and then you get to know how this will involve and how you have to act. So you have a positive outcome, or if it's negative on the whole, that be careful and just watch out. This isn't good for you. It's really interesting. I love the artwork, as I said in this book, even though it's in black and white, but it is beautiful, and it is, it is showing the Arabic world, and that's what I like. It's different. So, yeah, a really good book by Catherine Aubier. Highly, highly recommended on those who are interested in astrology and divination and all those things. And it combines the Arabic astrology, numerology, and geomancy. So, yay! It's 3 in 1. That's all I wanted to say about this book. Take care, everyone, and hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.